Hi, everybody. Welcome to my channel. I am working on a cardboard diorama for Mr. and Mrs. Beaver. They've commissioned me to make them a home. They've been going through a lot of changes post the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe days. And they have 5 little kits. At least that's what I think that's what baby beavers are called, kits. When I started this, I was having problem with my ring light tripod situation. And so I just really didn't focus on what I was filming. I didn't care. I just really was desperate to make a black cast iron stove. Any reason to make one. I wanted to try it out. And so I just got into my little groove. I sometimes make things just to see if I can make them. And that started it all. So this first video shows the lack of planning. I did or didn't do. Because you should never start with an appliance or a piece of furniture. I mean, I guess artists do what they want to do. And I started with the cast iron stove, and then and I'll be honest with you, I thought I was going to have a family of hedgehogs live in this diorama. But then I thought to myself, no, I want Mr. and Mrs. Beaver, because back when the movie came out, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, McDonald's was giving away the characters in the Happy Meals. And so we had collected them all. And I thought, well, I'll make a diorama for them. And my kids and I were making it with real pieces of wood and birch and, twigs and leaves. And it just... And then we moved, and my brother thought it was trash. So, he didn't. Yeah, he was helping us move, and I don't even want to talk about that move. But anyway, a lot of trauma there. And it wasn't complete, so I can see how he could get confused. But I'm not going to make this diorama out of wood. I'm going to make it out of cardboard and paper mache. Then I will paint it. And it's going to look like a beaver's home. A typical beaver's home, but it's going to be cozy and whimsical. And unlike a typical beaver's home, it's going to have a fireplace. It's going to have cozy linens, cottons, and wine bottles, and a big pot of fish stewing on the stove, and rugs and comfy armchairs, and a secretary in the corner, and a brass bed for Mr. and Mrs. Beaver. I mean, let's just go all out for it, right? So this is just me going through Pinterest, trying to find the exact stove I want to duplicate. And yeah, so this is a little out of sequence. And the second video is of me working on the diorama. And then the third video that you will see is a live. Because I will be going live every night on TikTok around 6:30 Central Time, 6 o'clock. I'll try to do it 6 o'clock p.m., maybe earlier. Today, I'm especially tired because at work, we had an outdoor event, and just the wind here in the Panhandle just knocked us out. And so I took a shower when I got home. Bear fed me breakfast for dinner. It was so good. And now I just want to take a nap. So I think what I'm going to do is get online early tonight. But normally I will be, so go follow me on TikTok and click that button to get notifications. so that you could catch my lives. And then what I'll do is I'll upload my lives. So the third video in this series is from our live, and it's me finishing up the decoupage on the left side of the stove. Part 2 is me decoupaging. No. Part 2 is me decoupaging the left side of the stove, and part 3 is me decoupaging the right side. So anyway, join me. Have I ever made a diorama? Yes, many. But I want to take it to another level, so this is just less cardboardy. I don't want it to look like it's a cardboard. I want it to look like, museum-esque diorama, okay? But it is going to be whimsical. It's my snapshot of what I envision Mr. and Mrs. Beaver's home to look like. I never read the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th book in the series. I know C.S. Lewis wrote other books. So I don't know what came of Mr. and Mrs. Beaver. Did they have kids? Because in my world, they do. They have 5 little beavers. And I like to watch Murder, She Wrote. So that's what you're seeing on the screen there. It's in a little inset box. And then you can see that my Pinterest searches. And that, this is just something that I'm doing. It helps me to stay off my phone. It also, this is because I have so much energy. I think my husband's a little shocked that I even want to do lives, because last year I was so run down with anemia that I just barely could go to work. Even my coworker was telling me today, she's a real good friend of mine, and she was saying, I don't even think we know the real you, because last year you were just depressed and sick. We could see it. Your face was gray. And so, and today we actually did, I had a lot more fun with her than I did last year, because one, I barely knew her last year. I just was brand new to the district, and she was so sweet and got to know me immediately. And I'll give you a ride here. And we went out to lunch and what have you. But I was just my mind was all on my body. Am I staining her car? And I told her this. I said, that's all I could think about was, how am I going to go to the restroom? Where do I sit for a quick exit? Oh my God. If anybody's ever suffered from hemorrhaging, it's just disgusting. Even any woman who has a period, knows what I'm talking about, and never mind the fact that I was passing giant clots. We go through hell, we go through hell. So I've already had the hysterectomy, and I had a full hysterectomy. So I am in menopause, and I do have energy. I really do. And I have a new, thing I'm going through. You can catch that on TikTok. That's really helped my health even more. And even though I'm tired and my legs hurt from going up and down bleachers, I still have the energy to go into my art room and create and hang out with my husband and do a live and play with glue and water and whatever. So this is just a great way for me to create. I just love crafting. I love crafting. And you know what I just realized? I have not uploaded my Barbie videos. I need to do that. I made a little, I should say I slapped together. I slapped together a decent temporary apartment for my 3 Barbies. I have 2 vintage Barbies and 1 reproduction. I have a vintage ballerina Barbie from 77. I have the kissing Barbie. What was she from? 81, 82? I can't remember. But I have a vintage kissing Barbie. And I have a reproduction of the Superstar Barbie. And I believe that's from 78. She was my favorite Barbie. Well, actually, these three Barbies that I just talked about, I can just like close my eyes and daydream, and the joy that those Barbies gave me when I was a little girl. I could smell them. Like my memory, I have an amazing memory of smell. I remember their shoes. I'm absolutely in love with my vintage Barbie's shoes. It's, the little, what material would that be? I can't think. What, plastic? Or I'm not quite, no, that's not plastic. It's something else. But I love the little straps. I loved her roses. I loved her little crown. And the kissing Barbie. I got the kissing Barbie. Oh, no, it wasn't from 81. It had to be way older than that because I got her when I had my tonsillectomy. And I had my tonsillectomy when I was in the first grade. So, she comes with a lipstick, which is really a stamp, and you can make her lips red, and then you press the button on her back, and she kisses the letters. So she came with letters, little cardboard letters, and then she kissed the letters to send them to her friends. Love her. I love her so much. And the Glamour Barbie, I called her Glamour Barbie when I was a little girl. Come to find out, her name was Superstar. I didn't know that. And when I got her, my parents, it was for Christmas. And so under the tree was Superstar Barbie and my very first Ken. My very first Ken doll. So yeah, recently I made an apartment for them to live in because in my brain, they were being displayed on a shelf. They've been displayed there for a couple years now. And I was like, they deserve something better and I have nothing to do. I'm bored. And so I spent the summer playing with my Barbies. I made lots of Barbie clothes for them. And I made a little apartment. And I made all the furniture. I made beds, a refrigerator, dining table, couches, the whole thing. And I haven't done a video. I did some videos for TikTok though. So I will post that for you. And they're living in this temporary apartment until I score a real vintage golden dream house. And the pink Corvette, because that's exactly what I had that Christmas. I had the golden dream house. I had the green furniture. You know what I'm talking about. Now, yes, I did have blow up furniture. The plastic, what did they call them? Like floaties. They look like floaties, but they're furniture. But she had the green couch with the pink and yellow stripes. She had all that. She had the pink bed that came with the comforter. The only thing I didn't get that Christmas was the kitchen set for the Barbies. But then later on, I got a refrigerator. And that frustrated me that I didn't have a stove or a dining set. My mother just didn't understand that she had a very obsessive compulsive daughter. So I took out some cardboard. And I made a dining table and I made a stove because it just didn't make any sense why my mother bought me the pink Barbie refrigerator and not a stove. I'm like, hello. So I want the Golden Dream Barbie house and I'm going to completely furnish it. This will not be a diorama. I only made the diorama just to play with and get my creative juices going and to, build a home for the Barbies. There's even some miniatures in the Barbie diorama. There's TV dinners in the refrigerator. There's plates of breakfast and coffee. Yeah, I made coffee and coffee cups and breakfast plates, and I even made TV trays, TV dinners for them. I made a television, and Mary Tyler Moore's on the television. So I'm really going to have to do a video so you can see their little apartment. And I'll do that soon. But now I'm just coloring this thing. Any mistakes that I made, let me think. I made a big mistake with my stove. And then I fixed it, and it was kind of a pain in the butt to fix. Because I glued it to the wall already when I realized the mistake. And the mistake is I did not create the actual space for the oven where you would put your food in. You know, I thought that, I want more detail. I want a baker's rack, not a baker's rack. I'm sorry, a oven rack. And so I ended up doing that. I ended up fixing the mistake, and I used foil and what have you. And, but I really didn't plan. And so if I learned anything, it's plan and measure, because I do go off half cock and, just kind of, wing it, because I don't like measuring things. So I did learn a lot, and then I glued it to the wall. And I will not throw away mistakes. I won't. So I left it on the wall, and then I decided, okay, lesson learned, never do this again. Do not start with a, piece of furniture. Build the home and then furnish the home. So anyway, I hope you like this video. It's kind of boring. I'm sorry, but it's just me watching Murder, She Wrote. I'm trying to remember the episode this was. I don't know. I don't remember this episode. I mean, wait a minute. Who is that? Oh, it's yeah, I remember this one. It's the one with Bosley. And, they're doing some kind of construction, and there's protests going on and that kind of thing. And then there's a body at the excavation. Of course there is. But thank you for joining me, and don't forget to help me out, and subscribe. I'm going to be working on this for a couple days, maybe another week. And because it's going to take a while for me to get all, I've calmed down. I've focused now. I made a plan. You'll see that in the next couple of videos. Tonight I'll be live, and I will be decoupaging the outside of the diorama. I want the whole diorama to be decoupaged, so there will be some fun stuff on either side. Whatever direction you're at, that you're looking at the diorama, it's going to be adorable. And so go and find me on TikTok. I'm Frugal Mamas. And you can catch me finishing this project. The next project, I need some ideas, but I do have one. I just don't think I'm ready to tackle the real project that I want to, which is I want to recreate. You know what? I'm not even going to say it. I'm going to keep that a surprise. But I will be doing a haunted house for Halloween. And when the kids were younger, I used to buy decorations for them all the time. And I'm not doing that. It's just me and Bear. But I would love to have a diorama for every season. And so I think I'm going to make not just a regular old haunted house. I think I'm going to make the monsters home. You know? Mr. and Mrs. Munster and their ugly niece and Eddie and Grandpa, and they all live on Mockingbird Lane. So that's what I think I'm going to do. I think I'm going to make their a diorama of their home. And I'm thinking it should be 2 or 3 stories high. And I want to see if I can recreate, maybe my husband can help me, their family vehicle. So thank you for joining me. I'll see you tomorrow.